everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Hopkins' Texans going up against Doug Baldwin's Seahawks. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, somewhat surprisingly, the rain has held off. Just overcast skies so far as you get a look inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Houston Texans. And we say hi again, everybody. Brandon Gaudin here as we count down to kickoff. I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry pointed out in the open, we've got a pretty good matchup of wide receivers here this afternoon, don't we?
And those guys have such a big impact on the game nowadays. We know it's a throwing game, but the guys who can go up and get it, the guys who can break tackles after the catch and make bigger plays, oh, yeah, they love spotlight as well. They want the football. They want the attention.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. Tyler Lockett now with a return. Oh, good move. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Russell Wilson leading them out there, 6-year quarterback who finished his college ball, of course, as a Wisconsin Badger.
One of the more cerebral quarterbacks in the NFL, analyzes situations, watches a ton of tape, adapts his game to whatever is presented in front of him. And despite the fact he's been in the league for 6 years, the future still bright for Russell Wilson.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there right off the bat. 44 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. First carry for Thomas Rawls. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And we take a look at the offense for the Seahawks.
In music, the Seattle sound is distinctive. In the NFL, it's the Seattle running game. Usually ranked in the top 5 in the NFL. It fell to number 25 in 2016, and they're trying to revamp the offensive line and find a bell cow running back in order to get things moving again.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They go again with Rawls. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. So they're operating in the red zone. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And this is incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now a toss. This is Rawls. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And before they can get settled in here, time expires on the first quarter of action. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. We'll be back to Seattle right after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Wilson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At some point, the doubters have to just kind of back off with Doug Baldwin, don't they? I mean, we're talking about back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, had over 90 catches in 2016. He's going to play with a chip on his shoulder, but he's going to be productive.
2016, also his first Pro Bowl as well. From the gun, it's Wilson. Zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter. Out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Shaw to attempt the extra point. And oh, it's blocked. This is going the other way. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. The former national champion at Clemson bringing him onto the field, and that's the signal caller, Deshaun Watson.
Tremendous overall athlete, does everything that you're looking for. Big time in the quarterback run game against their better opponents, but can also operate skillfully from the pocket and can beat you with his mind as well. On 1st and 10, Watson.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again is Watson. Underneath for Miller. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Watson trying to get his guys moving. Faking the give. Now Watson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. A nice little juke. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. We focus our attention on the Seahawks defense now. They have a little something to build off of from last time with a 3-and-out.
And what they have to build off of? Great confidence right now. Being able to stuff someone on a 3-and-out. You feel like you're in control now. You're doing the dictating. They want to see if that can continue as this game progresses.
Will it continue? We'll see. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Watson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that could be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. The drive begins with a run by Rawls. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front as we will send you eastward to Orlando and Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Larry.
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA halftime report. I'm Larry Ridley. Let's take a look back at the first half. Both the Seahawks and the Texans haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Wilson's going to complete the pass, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 33-yard line. Later on the drive, Wilson's got the completion here, and he caps off the 7-play drive that they score. Seahawks go up by 4.
All right, thank you, Larry. Plenty of intrigue to come. A 1-point game as we get set for half 2. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They start on the ground with Rawls. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
They stay on the ground. Rawls again. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Holding offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Following the penalty, it's Rawls. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, But that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now in Seattle, Washington. And we've got a dandy here. A one-point game as we begin the fourth. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll try and burn some clock with Rawls. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Wilson to give to Rawls. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On third down, Procise. And they'll get him down here at the 23. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Here's John Ryan now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Texans take possession. And here comes the Texans now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to do with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And on 2nd and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Watson now to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. So now let's look at this situation with no timeouts remaining. The offense should be able to just run the clock out.
I know that's what it says on my time management chart up here. And I know a lot of teams are hiring a time management coach who's going to sit in the box, talk to the head coach. And in this situation, if you do anything but take a knee in victory formation, then you're not playing the game right. This game should be over. Take the knee, hold on to the ball.
By the way, so impressive that you do have a time management chart up here.
Listen, you know I can't count. So I need it in a big way, and we can't hire anyone to help us out. So hopefully I'm reading it correctly.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.